Hello YouTube, this is Cobra22 here, back with another 100-point squadron build for Star Wars X-Wing miniatures. Today we're looking at another Rebel/Resistance build, something that my roommate suggested actually, consisting of 3 elite pilots. We have Tycho Celchu in his RZ-1 A-Wing, we have Dameron in his Incom T-70 X-Wing, we have another A-Wing pilot, Jake Farrell, also piloting the RZ A-Wing Interceptor, piloting the prototype colors, and the name of this build, I'm going to call this one Shoot First, or I guess Initiative or Shoot First or whatever, whichever works. The idea behind it is that all 3 ships, normally I've been constructing ships that kind of work in tandem with each other. This build is the exact opposite. These ships are all able to work independently of each other. So even if they break off formation, they're able to defend themselves as well as defend themselves separately as well as together. Because I just recently procured myself 2 M3A interceptors and a Star Viper. Finally, I have a Star Viper, and that means I now have the Autothrusters, which I can freely put on my TIE interceptors, A-wings, and my Incom T-70s. Thank God for that. But with that said, the idea is these guys are able to work separately from each other as well as together. So you can spread these guys out with pretty much no risk of hindering the squadron at all. So if one dies, it doesn't affect the squadron. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, let's look at the squadron itself here. 3 extensively modified ships. This one in the middle here is kind of a pre-existing build that has been in use for a while. And then of course you have Jake Farrell with a couple new upgrades that came with both the Star Viper and the M3A Interceptor. And of course you have the other guy here with a couple more upgrades that were actually recommended to me by another player that I faced off in the tournament I had yesterday. So enough of that, let's look into the build we have here. Starting off with the middle squadron pilot here. We have one of my favorite A-Wing pilots to fly, Tycho Celchu. Coming in at a pilot skill of 8, he flies the RZ-1 A-Wing Interceptor for the Rebel Alliance. He has the standard stat line of an A-Wing. He has an attack value of 2, an agility value of 3, hull value of 2, and a shield value of 2. His upgrade bar consists of the Focus, Target Lock, Boost, and Evade actions. He costs 26 points to field. And his upgrade bar consists of an Elite upgrade, a Missile upgrade, as well as an unlisted tile and modification. His pilot ability reads, you may perform actions even while you have stress tokens. Simple, straightforward, and overpowered as hell. Tycho's ability allows him to perform actions regardless of how much stress you put on him. So that means you can perform a K-turn and then immediately go into a boost, or a barrel roll, or a boost, or evade, focus, or target lock, or whatever. He'll get stress, but that doesn't really matter because he's Tycho. Stress is of no consequence to him. Because of this ability, it opens up a lot of possibilities for Tycho to pretty much make him one of the most badass ships in the game. And I think I mentioned this before on one of my earlier videos, but this guy right here, he actually is by far my favorite A-Wing pilot to fly because of his ability and the fact that in my first tournament, this guy outlasted 3 or 4 of the enemy ships before finally getting shot down with only 1 hull point left, I might add. So yeah, this is because of that that first tournament I've grown severely fond of Tycho, and I try and field it whenever I can. Anyway, enough of that. The build we got going on here is Psycho Tycho, and it consists of an A-Wing test pilot, coming in at a squad point cost of 0. It's an A-Wing only title. I can just get this to focus. Put it over here. There we go. Read your upgrade bar gains 1 elite upgrade icon. You cannot equip 2 of the same elite upgrade cards, and you cannot equip this card if your pilot skill value is 1 or lower. So every A-Wing pilot but the prototype pilot can be equipped with the A-Wing test pilot, which is really handy again for ships like Gilmar Sojan and Arvo Krenit, who don't initially possess an elite upgrade. And for those that do, like Jake Farrell and Tycho Celchu, this adds a second elite upgrade pilot slot that you can use, provided it's not the same one. So for example, you can't have 2 Daredevils or 2 push limits or whatever. But yeah, this helps. This gives the A-Wings a lot more flexibility in the upgrades that you can put on them. For his modification, I could have put on Autothrusters, but instead I've gone with an experimental interface because this is the entire point behind the build. It comes in at a squad point cost of 3, and it reads, once per round after you perform an action, you can perform one free action from an equipped upgrade card with the action header icon, then receive a stress token. So basically this is a push the limit for upgrades like R5D8, Daredevil, expose, all those kind of cards. All cards that have the acting hitter icon on them, like the ones I just mentioned in expert handling and all that. It's basically a push limit for those. You perform your action. Experimental interface allows you to perform a second action from those equipped cards. Speaking of, the first elite pilot we have equipped for him is Daredevil. Coming in at a squad point cost of 3, it reads, execute a white hard left 1 or hard right 1 maneuver, then receive a stress token. Then if you do not have the boost action icon, roll 2 attack dice. Suffer any hit or critical damage rolled. So this is basically meant for ships with the boost action with the boost action icon. So again, TIE Interceptors, A-Wings, TIE Punishers, T-70 X-Wings, or pretty much if any ship that you give an engine upgrade, this is meant for those ships, because if without it, then you run the risk of damaging yourself. So yeah, it's either you get a stress, you either put this on a ship and only risk the stress, or you put this on a ship that doesn't have the boost action icon and risk the damage as well as get a stress. But with Tycho, again, it doesn't matter so much because he's Tycho. Stress is no consequence to him. And of course, this pairs well with his ability because Tycho can take an action, then use experimental interface, and immediately do a Daredevil after. Before he can do that, however, he can push the limit. A favorite card of mine to field, and I'm pretty sure a favorite of every X-Wing player out there. Comes in again at a squad point cost of 3, and it reads, once per round after you perform an action, you perform 1 free action shown in your action bar, then receive a stress token. So straightforward, you get 2 actions in the same turn, you get a stress for it, but again, like I said, it's Tycho. Stress is of no consequence to him. This build I have here over Tycho pretty much guarantees the fact that he is not going to be able to take any red maneuvers, so no K turns for him. But considering the fact that he can pretty much do a full 270-degree turn to compensate for that, I'd say that, yeah, because, no, at 270. No, I'm wrong. It's a few degrees short of a complete 180. But yeah, this pretty much will help, because, I mean, we've got A-Wing, we've got a Tycho here. You take, like, say, a boost or whatever, angled boost, and then you push something with, like, a focus, target lock, or evade, and then you can experimental interface with Daredevil, take your hard left or hard right 1, and pretty much circle around your opponent. Like, if you do, like, a hard 1 or a hard 3 or whatever, yeah, actually, that's a full 200. Yeah, with this, you have the potential to do a full 270-degree turn with this setup going on here. And it's been effectively dubbed Psycho Tycho because all the stress you apply on Tycho from this build, again doesn't really matter because again he's Tycho. For his elites or his missile, sorry. Chardaan Refit. A-Wing only missile upgrade, has a negative squadron point cost of 2, pretty straightforward. This means the A-Wings lose their missile slot, but they're much lighter. They become much lighter in the process, so Tycho, without these upgrades, now costs 24 points. So all this together, 26, 3, 6, 9, minus 2, so 26 is 2, 24, 7, 31. Costs 33 points with this setup going on with him. So he's still a fairly cheap ship. It's a small ship, so that makes it easier. Let's go into the next ship we have here. Personally, my favorite ship to fly, and one of my this ship is easily becoming my favorite ship to fly. Period, and that is Dameron. Coming in at a pilot skill of 8, he flies the Incom T-70 X-Wing for the Resistance. He has the standard stats of an T-70. He has an attack value of 3, agility value of 2, hull value of 3, and a shield value of 3. His action bar consists of the focus, target lock, and boost upgrade actions. Yeah, sorry. He costs 31 squadron points to field, so he's a pretty expensive ship. His upgrade bar consists of an elite upgrade, a warhead upgrade, an astromech, and a tech upgrade. His ability reads, when attacking or defending, if you have a focus token, you may change one of your focus results to a hit or evade result. So Dameron, focus is key. You want to take focus actions with this guy, because his ability pretty much demands it. As long as you have that focus token on it, you can change one of your results, be it a hit, be it attacking or defending, without spending the token. Which is pretty handy, all things considering. Combining it with his modification, Autothrusters, coming in at a squad point cost of 2. It reads, while defending, if you are beyond range 2 or outside the attacker's firing arc, you may change one of your blank results to a evade result. You'd equip this card only if you have the boost action icon. So, Autothrusters is meant for ships that inherently have the boost action icon, like the A-Wings, the T-70 X-Wings, the TIE Punishers, and the TIE Interceptors. And And for a squad point cost of 2, it pretty much helps. It guarantees you're going to have at least one evade result, provided you're beyond range 2 or outside the enemy's firing arc. This thing is a godsend against turrets. I originally had stealth device on Poe, but I swapped it out quickly for an Autothrusters, and that decision pretty much made me or broke me, because, you know, I was able to roll. I was rolling my 2 attack die. The guy was using twin laser turrets, and Autothrusters, because I was constantly outside his arc. Autothrusters I would always get most often than not I would get a focus and a blank, and I would immediately change those to evade results, because I got Poe's ability plus the Autothrusters pretty much guarantees I'm going to at least evade most of the shots, if not all of them. Like with Tycho, I've also given him Push the Limit, which allows him to take 2 actions in the same turn, then receive a stress. Squad point cost of 3. That means I can take a focus or a boost, focus or target lock, whatever. Any one of these actions, as long as I take the focus action first or last, it doesn't matter which order you take. It doesn't matter which order you take the actions, but Poe has to have a focus in order to properly use his ability. And of course, to ensure that Poe has lasting survivability, originally I put on BB-8, which was handy. Not gonna lie, it pretty much allows him to really outflank his opponents, but R2-D2 is a better. I don't think R2-D2 is a better position for ship upgrade for him, because this ensures that he will survive the battle for a longer period of time. Pretty much states at a squad point cost of 4, after executing a green maneuver, you may recover 1 shield up to your shield value. So as long as you take green maneuvers, and Poe's got quite a fair amount of them. He's got 5 green maneuvers to work with. All of his speed 1, 2, and 3 straights all of his speed 1s are greens, and his speed 2 and his speed 3 straights are 3s as well. So he's got 1 more green maneuver than the standard T65, and that helps make R2-D2 that much more efficient in repairing shield and keeping Poe alive in the battle. Coupled with Push the Limit for focus and boost or focus and target lock, and then you cost the Autothrusters for when defending outside of range 2 or outside the enemy's firing arc. Poe's pretty much set up to survive anything that comes his way. I mean, with this build, he truly is the ace pilot of the Resistance. And finally, on to the last ship. We have another personal favorite, Jake Farrell. Coming in at a pilot skill of 7, he flies the RZ-1 A-Wing Interceptor for the Rebel Alliance. He has the standard stats of an A-Wing, Attack 2, Agility 3, Hull 2, Shield 2. His upgrade bar consists of action bar consists of the Focus, Target Lock, Boost, and Evade actions. Costs 24 points, so 2 points less than Tycho. And like Tycho, his action bar, upgrade bar, I'm getting the 2 mixed up, consists of a Focus, Elite upgrade, a Missile upgrade, as well as an unlisted title and modification. His pilot ability reads, after you perform a focus action or assign a focus token, you may form a free booster barrel roll. So pretty much with Jake, as long as you take a focus action, it's pretty much a built-in Push the Limit. Because you take your focus, and then you have the option of doing a boost, which is part of his action, or you can do a barrel roll, which is not part of his action, which will help you get set up for even trickier opponents, like shits with turrets, or if you just want to get behind the guy after you maneuver into a good position to take advantage of either action. Like with Poe, I've given him Autothrusters. Originally, I could have put on a stealth device. When I put on a stealth device on Jake, it really helped save his ass a lot, because he got that 1 extra agility, and that pretty much made him almost impossible to hit. This guy was like my second best arc dodger next to Tycho, but Autothrusters I find is better because it's cheaper, and again, as long as he's beyond range 2 or outside the firing arc, he can change one of his blank results to a hit, or blank results to an evade result, which is handy for ships that are equipped with turrets, like the goddamn Y-Wings and K-Wings. And of course, his elite upgrade is something I got from the Star Vipers, and I think this couples well with his ability. It's called Calculation, comes in at a squad point cost of 1, so it's very cheap, and it reads, when attacking, you may spend a focus token to change one of your focus results to a critical. So you have a bit of a choice here with Jake. With Jake here, you're pretty much going to be taking a focus action in order to take advantage of the free boost and barrel roll that comes with it. With Calculation, you now have the option here. It's a situational upgrade, but you have the option of spending your focus to change all of your focus results to hit results, or if you have a good enough roll, you can spend that. If you have a good enough roll, like say 1 hit and 1 crit, or 1 hit in a focus, or 2 hits in a focus if you're at range 1, then you can spend that focus to change that focus result to a critical, and dish out some pretty crippling damage to the opponent. So it's a very situational upgrade. Don't rely on it, but when the time comes you can use it because it'll make your hit result that much more sweet. Recommend using it range 1 as well, because that way you'll get that extra attack dice. Like with Tycho, also giving him a Chardaan refit, decreasing his squad point cost to 22. Added with his upgrades, he cost about 25 points. So this with this squadron, it totals to about 99 points, I believe. So you're pretty much guaranteed to get initiative on this one. And you've got ships that are really good at arc dodging, especially Tycho, because Tycho can just pretty much fly all over the place like he's crazy. And of course, Poe and Jake have Autothrusters on them to help against turreted ships or attacking from range 3. And yeah, that's pretty much how the build is constructed. I'll return in a second to show just how the build works. Okay, we got the ships all set up here. This scenario, Poe is taking a little bit of damage. He's got 2 shields as opposed to 3. Omega Ace has been stressed because he used Push the Limit before. He's hanging back. I don't have I can't seem to find my cloak token, so I'm just gonna proxy it with the munitions token. Just gonna do that. Okay, so let's just pretend for this scenario that's a stealth token or cloak token, and these guys are all set up. We're gonna start the lowest pot skill. That's Echo. Echo is equipped with Agent Callus, Advanced Cloaking Device, Advanced Sensors, and Outmaneuver. In this scenario, he is going to decloak. So I'm going to take that off before he reveals his maneuver. So I'm just going to grab the Echo's ability. States that when he's decloaking, he must use this template as opposed to the straight template. So I'm going to have him go this way. Maybe that's not a good idea. No, I guess that can work. So he's decloaked. And then, of course, just move that over there. His maneuver, I'm going to have him do a hard 2. Yeah, this will work. I'm going to do a hard 2 like that. Get that in the notches. Doing this one hand is very hard sometimes. And then for his action, I believe the ties, they can do focus, target lock, barrel rolls, and evades. I'm going to have him do a barrel roll. So he's closer. He has a better shot at his target. Like that. There we go. And then next is going to be Jake or Omega. For this one, I'm going to give the Imperials on the first order initiative. So Omega Ace is going to go first. For this scenario, he's going to be doing a soft 2, so that relieves his stress. He's going to do a soft 2, going this way. Get himself into a good position here. And then he's going to take a focus target lock with his Push the Limit. So he'll focus, and then he'll push for target lock. Let me just go grab my target locks here. 1 second. Here we go. So he's target locking onto Tycho here. I'm gonna move Tycho back a little bit, actually. Gonna move back here a bit for this scenario. And then of course Jake is going to move next. Jake, he's going to go after Suntir. So he's going to be taking he's going to take a hard 1 actually. Going to take a hard 1. Like that. And then he's going to take a focus, which will trigger his ability, and then he's going to boost. This way. Like that. And then next we have Poe Dameron. I'm going to have move him first. I'm going to have Poe do a straight 2. Just going to do a straight 2 like that. That's a green maneuver, so it'll remove any stress he had, and it'll also recover him a shield value, thanks to R2, like that. And then he's going to take a focus as his first, and a target lock as his push. So get stress on him. And his target lock will be his push. He's going to target lock onto Farrell there. And then we have Tycho. Tycho is going to do something tricky. He's going to do a hard 1, like that. Then he's going to do a focus target lock. He's going to do a focus evade push, which will stress him out. And then he's going to external interface with Daredevil and have him move that way. So now he's in range 1 of Omega Leader, or Omega Ace, but he's also in range 1 of he's also in a Babbage himself because he can get shot at. That's a side point. Now we have Sunter here. Sunter fell. I'm gonna have him go after Jake, so I'm gonna have him do a soft 2. No, hard 1. It's gonna do a hard 1. Like so. And then for his first action, he's going to take a barrel roll. Like that. His second action is going to be a focus. And because he's pushing the limit, he gets a stress. And Sunter's ability states that if he is stressed, if he gets a stress token, he does not take a focus action, he is assigned a focus action. So I'm kind of running low on focus actions here. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm out of focuses. Let's proxy it for now. Let's pretend this munitions token is a focus. So as you see here, Sunter's taken he's done a barrel roll to get into a good position to fire at Jake. He's then taken a focus action to get stress with push, and then of course that triggers him to get another focus for defense, because right now he's in Poe's line of fire. So that'll help him. Plus, let's add to the fact that he has push limit as well, and then he has push limit, Rogar tie, stealth device, and Autothrusters as well. So he's good for defending at long range as well as outside of arc. And with that out of the way, we go into the attack phase. First one to shoot is Sunter, because he's a path skill 9. He's going to be shooting at Jake at range 1. So 4 dice versus 3 evade. In hindsight, maybe putting on stealth device on Jake would be a better idea. Anyway, we got 4 dice here for Sunter. He's got 2 focuses to work with. And he's going to spend his focus. Gonna get rid of that. For 2 hits and a crit. Jake's turn to roll. Jake has 2 evades. He's defending at range 1, so other thrusters will not take effect. So that's gone. These 2 are cancelled. Jake suffers a critical, which is blocked by his shield. Now it is. I'm going to have Poe attack. Sunter at range. I'm going to say that's range 2. Let me just quickly get my ruler here. I'm going to say that's range 2, just out of arc. So it's going to be 3 versus 3. Poe has a focus to work with and a target lock. So he's going to spend his target. So he's going to use his ability, turn that to a hit. And he's going to spend his target lock on his last result. and get another hit. So target lock spent. So Cinder has to worry about 2 hits and a crit. He has a hull upgrade, as well as Autothrusters, Rogar tie, and push limit. And look at that, he's going to spend his second focus for defense. Change all those to evades. All of post shots are cancelled, so Cinder Phil remains undamaged. Now I go to Tycho. Tycho is going to shoot at Omega Ace. Omega Ace is in range 1, so that's going to be 3 dice versus 3. He has a focus and evade to work with. He's going to spend his focus, turn that into 3 hits. Omega Ace has a focus. He's not going to spend that, so he's going to take the he's going to ignore that result. That's cancelled. He's going to take the shield, and he's going to take the hull. Let me just give him a hull card there. So he's taking 1 damage now. And now it's Omega Leader's turn. Omega Ace's turn. He's going to attack at range 1. So it'll be 3 versus 3 again. Let's get that out of there. He has a focus and target lock. He's going to leave that result as it is. Tycho evades the shot, which is fine. So Tycho remains unscathed, but here's the reason why here's the reason why push is on Omega Ace. If, for example, he was down to 1 shield and he was able to do 2 hits on him, so he'd lose the shield, and then of course he gets a regular hit. He can spend his focus and target lock on Tycho to turn all those into critical. So this will become a critical, which will be direct hit, and Tycho will be destroyed. But that's a scenario for another day. Tycho is unscathed, so now I move on to the last ship, which is Echo. Echo, I believe, is in range 3. Yeah, he's going to be a range 3 of Tycho, so he's going to take a shot at Tycho. He's got Agent Callus on him, just to point it out. So Agent Callus states that the first round he chooses a ship at any range, doesn't matter, and as long as he has a hit, as long as he has sights on that ship, he can change one of his focus results to a hit or an evade result when attacking or defending against that foe. So it's basically a souped-up Poe Dameron, but you don't need the focus action to take it. So he's going to shoot at Tycho at range 3. He's going to get 4 dice, because the tie-up fans have 4 dice, and 4 dice for Tycho because it's a range 3 shot. Like that. Let's get this going. No modifiers on Echo. And we have 2 hits and 2 focuses, so he's gonna... Oh! Yeah, Callus's ability. That becomes a focus. That's cancelled. And Tycho has an evade. He's gonna use it. So Tycho's gonna take a shield. Because these 2 are cancelled, but 1 remains. And then because of advanced cloaking device, he's going to get that cloak again after he attacks. So that means you can attack and then recloak, and of course rinse and repeat until you get into a better position to fire. So yeah, this is how the I'm going to call this the I guess initiative. No, I'm going to call this the Art Dodgers. Yeah, this is going to be my Art Dodgers build. Mainly because 2 of the Autothrusters and Psycho Tycho is like he's good at going crazy all over the field. So yeah, this is gonna be my Art Dodgers build. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Any constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. If you like, you may use this build for any competitive or casual play, or you can tweak it or revamp it to your own specifications. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Corbin22 signing off.